album rollout.
Drake's rollout has been unbelievable, unprecedented.
You like Drake's rollout?
The amount of time that he's been able to hold attention about the album coming out.
I disagree with Schultz with this too. I disagree with Charlamagne about Doja Cat, but I disagree with Schultz. Respectfully, I like these guys. But I disagree with Schultz about this. I think Drake always has trash rollouts. I think Drake has just cultivated a fan base that when he's dropping music, people are interested. I don't think he's doing anything. Like, if you've ever seen Drake's... Like, think about Drake's rollout for CLB. To me, it was fucking trash. The nigga dropped a thing with a bunch of pregnant women on the cover. There was a couple billboards that popped up. Like, it felt like just random shit. Like, it didn't feel like, yo, this is the biggest album that's finna drop. I think people, and I think this is why Drake is just unique. People just want new Drake music all the time. He's in a rarefied air. This is not great rollouts. He don't do interviews. Sometimes he drops songs that have no music video. There's no music. Like, if he wanted to have a great rollout, he would have dropped a music video with him and SZA. Yo, imagine he dropped some explosive music video with him and SZA. Like, he kind of caressing her. You already told me they had a relationship. Making it suggestive, this and third. Drake don't do none of that. The nigga dropped one song and just, I'm on tour. Fuck it. That's not no motherfucking great rollout. That's what I'm trying to say. With Drake, it's not a rollout. Drake just knows that everybody in the culture, because he's so popular and he's been so good, they want to hear his music. That's it.
Has been unbelievable. And like, the way that I look at it is this. Some people do a rollout for a streaming show, right? Where you go, oh my God, we're dropping this new streaming show. And then people watch it that weekend and then the conversation's done. With Game of Thrones, you controlled the conversation before it came out, the 8 weeks that the show is on, and then maybe a week or two after where you're predicting what's gonna happen next season, what the future is. And I feel like he knew, or I don't know if he knew, but like I feel like he's done a fantastic job of continuing to keep the energy with the tour, and then when the tour's over, dropping the album.
Yeah, I think if Drake wasn't on tour, I don't know if that energy would be there.
But do you think, Alex said this yesterday, he was like, I think this is by design. So it's like...
What scares me, and it's not a scare because Drake's gonna be fine. Drake put out a song last Friday and nobody cared.
What was the song?
The Drake and SZA record.
That's also incorrect. Here's the thing. And I think this is where, obviously, so Charlamagne is a radio guy. When people drop records these days, they usually do this whole thing through radio. Like, again, Drake is just so popular, he skips that. So, he's making a point to say nobody cared, but he's looking probably more from a radio lens because he's not seen it penetrate, and he didn't see it, like, really programmed in all these stations and markets, so he's thinking that didn't happen. By the way, me particularly, I don't like the song that much either, right? The Drake and SZA record. But it's crazy to say that nobody cares. It's going to be number one, right? This is a prediction for the new charts that's coming out. So the charts that's coming out Monday, Slime You Out is going to be number one. So again, Drake knows he doesn't need radio, doesn't need a rollout, doesn't need an interview, doesn't need shit other than to put out the record. And yeah, it might not be the best song, but just even the name value, because we trust him so much, Drake and SZA, the name value is going to have people streaming that record so much, it's going to be number one. So even a record that you might think that, oh, this ain't shit, it's still number one. This is why Drake don't do rollouts. Now, I don't like the fact that he don't do rollouts, because I do believe that if Drake did a proper rollout, he would be, I don't know if he'll ever hit 1 million first week ever again, but I think he would return back to those heights of hitting 700, 800,000 first week. And I don't think he'll hit that. I think he's going to hit around 500,000. But I wish he would do like a real rollout because, bro, he's just relying on popularity at this point. Let's be honest. Like, the nigga just put a song out. He performed it one time at a show, put the song out, no video, no tweet follow-up. It's not like he posting stories and reposting fans. None of that. And the shit's gonna be number one in the fucking country. Almost Drake's popularity has kind of probably hurt the quality of the product And when I mean the product, I mean the presentation of the product. Because if I'm going to be number one with minimal effort just because I'm Drake, why should I do the most to try to present this product to you? I'm going to be number one anyway.
No, people, that just dropped, and people do like
it. Came out last Friday, and it came out last Friday, and people just started talking about the lyrics yesterday because I saw people, posting about how he said something about whips and chains. You get whipped and chains like an African slave or something like that. And I remember I'm in the group chat, and I'm like, damn, Drake put out this record Friday, and people just get into the lyrics on a Monday.
I mean,
that's not Drake. Like,
let me say the lyrics on that.
He's gonna be fine. Regardless, I just think that, it's also when you think about, you look at the album cover and you hear the title for All My Dogs.
What do y'all think about that lyrics, matter of fact? Let's go to Drake, Slime You Out lyrics. What y'all think about that? So he has some lyrics on there. I think this is getting some people to talk, right? Drake says, you bitches really get carried away, making mistakes, then you beg me to stay. Got me wigging on you like I'm arrogant Tay. Yo, Drake be having some lines, man. Got me wigging on you like I'm arrogant Tay. By the way, that's like the popular wing nigga, right? And then he says, you got my mind in a terrible place. Whipped and chained you like American slaves. Act like you not used to Sheraton stays. I met the nigga you thought you could replace. How were you... How were there even comparisons made? Bitch, next time I swear on his grandmother's grave, I'm slamming you for the kid choices you made. You know what I would pay to see? Not pay to see. Well, I would pay to see it too. I hope at the end of Drake's career, like this is one of the things that's always it's like piqued my interest so much. Even when that Jumbotron shit popping thing that I was talking about. I want to see. Have you ever anybody in here ever watched Fade to Black? It was a Jay-Z documentary that came out, right? Fade to Black. It was great. By the way, it was so inspirational. It inspired me to really try to get into music production and kind of just figure out some way how to just be influential in music, no matter how, whether it was DJing or whatever. Anybody ever seen it? Let me see. Great documentary, by the way. If you guys can watch it, try to watch it, okay? Have you guys seen the Genius stuff, which is the Kanye doc that was on Netflix? Have y'all seen that? Y'all seen that, right? Amazing. Like, you know what I mean? It just showcased Kanye in certain intimate moments, and we saw the origin of records and moments that have been super and truly inspirational and changed like a generation type shit. You know what I wish, and I hope Drake eventually releases it, if he has it or if he's been working on it. I want a Drake documentary. One thing we've never seen with Drake that we've seen with everybody else, even Lil Wayne. You remember that documentary? I think he put it out where he's like rapping, like you see him just like he comes off of shore from a show, comes off stage from a show. He goes in a tour bus, his shirt is off, and like he's just freestyling till he gets it. Like he's punching in. I would love to see how Drake comes up with these lyrics. Like what? Like I just don't like. We've never seen Drake like really like how. What is he doing? Is the incense going? Is the light dim? Like, is the ambiance right? Is he sipping on a margarita? Like, what is he thinking of when Drake writes something like whipped and chained like American slave, act like you not used to Sheraton stays? Like, what is he thinking about? Like, have y'all thought about that? We've never really seen like Drake craft these amazing songs. Like I promise, I would love if there was a documentary, some type of fucking video that showed how Drake sculpted a song like Tuscan Leather Flow, like how he come up with that idea, how he even rationalized it, like, yo, now we should have 3 verses, like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go in on here, all right, make the beat different. Like, I would love to see that shit. I feel like we've seen Future. Like, even if you think it's bullshit, we've seen even Cardi. Even when we're like, oh, these ad-libs sound crazy without the beat. We've seen it from so many people. I think with Drake, we've gotten a very limited scope of who the person who I believe is just the best rapper of all time, like his creative process. Like, I feel like with Jay-Z, we knew his creative process. You already told us, he say he don't write. You know what I mean? He says everything is like, he just freestyle, right? We already knew that, right? Every legendary rapper, and maybe I'm being too critical because have we seen that of Cole? I don't think we've seen that of Cole or Kendrick. I'm always like stuck at that point because sometimes I'm like, yo, damn, why Drake don't do this? And then I realize I'm like, bro, his counterparts don't do it either, bro. Like, Drake and Cardi B have the same method? Hell nah, nigga. What the fuck is you talking? Yo, Tyler, stop trolling me, bro. Yo, I can't wait for that Drake documentary. I promise you. Quay, that's not glazing. The fuck are you talking about? Oh, Cole has a document, but is it a documentary that shows the creation of these great songs and albums and, bro, like, the reason why I keep telling you I want y'all to watch Fade to Black, bro, you get to see the moment. You get to see the moment when Jay-Z for the very first time hears this beat. Let me see.